Well, I am the original gamer, and we are looking at Road Rash for the Sega Saturn. Road Rash is a very cool game by Electronic Arts. I think it first debuted on their first 3D system called the 3DO. And then it was ported to the Sega Saturn and all kinds of other stuff. An arcade version of Road Rash. No character selection, no bike shop, no unnecessary gossip. Just a pick a race and go. That's the thrash mode. Okay, the city. Let's pick a track. So what is Road Rash? Road Rash is a game where you are racing motorcycles, but you also get to smack the crap out of everybody else on the track. So it's a fun racing game with a little bit of violence mixed in. Nice little violent spice ingredients mixed in, because nothing's, you know, like when I was playing a week or so ago, I was playing Hang On the Genesis, and I'm like, man, I wish I could just reach out and punch these people next to me. Well, Road Rash was the game that answered those prayers. So this is fully 3D. I don't remember what the buttons are. Okay, that's a punch button. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what my keys are here. I think B is gas. Get up. Oh, you actually have to go back to your car. That's another thing I forgot about this. Where's my stinking vehicle? Okay, so B is the gas button. You have to look out for other things. I'm not going to win the race by this point. Yeah, that's cool. You get to, you know, you've got civilians to look out for, pedestrians in the street. That was a fun feature. So this is definitely, because of the Saturn being 32-bit and 3D and everything else, much better visually. I'm doing really bad. I can't believe it's been so long since I played this game. What do the other keys do? Do I have low and high gear? Okay, that's my speed, 70 miles an hour. I've gone faster than that on real motorcycles before. 80 miles per hour. Look out for the cars. Okay. Pedestrians. Okay, so it's at its core, it's a racing game, but it adds in the element of avoiding traffic, avoiding pedestrians, and then it gives in the ability for you to smack the crap out of other racers, but you got to find them. You can also get run over, right? So as you're making your way back to your vehicle, you can definitely get run over, like I just did twice, I think. There's skateboarders on the road. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do this one again. It's very touchy. Okay, that was like a pothole or something. Okay, I see some dudes. I just ran over some motorcycles. Okay, now I'm gonna punch. I just punched that guy. Oh, caught some air. Look out, you know, you can actually, yeah. Okay, so it will punch in the direction of your opponent, so I'm punching that guy. I think you were actually able to pick up like weapons, and you could swing chains at him and stuff like that. You gotta look out for those trees, dude, bro. Look out for the trees, dudes. Where's my vehicle? Come on, get in your vehicle here, there, Road Rasher. Holy crap, how far did I get thrown? Okay, is that 12? Does that tell me what place I'm in? Am I in 12th place? None of the other buttons seem to do anything. I did pick the dumbed down mode. Uh-oh. Police! You gotta look out for getting pulled over by the police too, apparently. Oh, I just got some air. That was cool. Oh, is that a police bike? That's a police bike. Now, can you get arrested? Can you get arrested? That part I don't remember. Yes. See, Popo's trying to get me. Popo got me. Oh man, Popo got me. That's a cool little video. Okay, and there were cute little videos like that. All right, let's try this one more time. There's no escaping the long arm of the law, but you sit in county jail. All right, I just picked the same track again, the city. All right. What this game did feature was an actual really good soundtrack from the contemporary alternative rock bands of the 90s. So there's Soundgarden in here. There's a bunch of other stuff. I think you were actually able to buy the actual soundtrack separately too. I think the Road Rash soundtrack was something you could buy. It was pretty good actually. I'm going to try to avoid playing some of those songs because YouTube will flag me for copywriting by playing, you know, real music. So We're going to try to avoid that. Let me just try to stay in the middle of the road and not crash. Let's see if I can do a little bit better this time around in the race. Okay, so yeah, I think that number 11 was what place I was in, because it's quickly going up. Yeah, come on back, bro. All right, come on, get back in, get back on your back, start riding. Look out for them cars there, son. Yeah. Because I'm just doing this on the D-pad, the control is pretty rigid. I've actually ordered the steering wheel off of eBay. I should have that hopefully in, like, you know, maybe by the weekend or so, and I can do some a little bit more smoother and precision steering on some of these driving games. There were a lot of really good driving games for the Saturn. I can't wait to play them all with the proper steering wheel, and then not be able to blame it on the crappy controller. Alright, I'm in 13th place. Let me punch somebody. Punch you. Ah, dude, I just hit something. Road Rash was a fun game. Even the Sega Genesis version was really good for its time. Graphically, it brought a lot to the genre. Looked really good, played very well, added very bumpy roads. You know, whereas the Sega games, how they managed to do their tracks. The tracks were not quite as hilly. The tracks were usually pretty flat, and they just kind of cycled colors to show you movement. But Road Rash was one of the games even on the Genesis that really made you feel like you were driving through a more richer three-dimensional world. Oh crap, I just keep getting pulled to the side of these roads here. It is so tough to keep this guy in the center of the damn street. Get out of my frickin' way there, dude. Oh, there's a civilian on the side of the road there. Ah, it's Popo. I just heard the siren. Avoid Popo at all costs. I think what would have made this game a little bit cooler was having that 90s rock soundtrack playing during the game itself. Like, this music here is pretty lame. You know, it's just really lame video game music. And that's not very nondescript. Not really adrenaline inducing or anything. I don't know what the heck just happened here, but I think I ended up biting the big one.
Epic fail.
How did Popo get me again? Alright, so there's a little bit of Soundgarden right there. Little Soundgarden. I like how they did this. Okay, so let's do a different track. Pacific Highway. Let's try that. Pacific Highway. Last time, I promise. Alright, game loading. Ready to race. But this was a cool franchise. Road Rash was very popular for its time. There were many sequels to Road Rash. It was on many platforms. I believe it was even on the PC. It was on a lot of different consoles. I think it was a console original. I think this game originated on the console. And I believe it was Electronic Arts that pioneered this franchise. And it enjoyed a lot of success, especially in the 90s. I don't know when the last time they made a Road Rash game, but they were quite popular during their heyday. I like this track. I like the scenery. Oh, that was me. Where the hell's my truck? Oh, how did I get knocked backwards? 15th place. That's the position you want to be in, right? The scenery is pretty good, and how they did their texture mapping and everything else was pretty good too. Like, those mountains look pretty good. This is, again, another example of Electronic Arts doing a slightly better job than even Sega did on their platforms. Whereas if you look at, what was the game? Daytona USA, one of the first 3D drivers for the Saturn. A lot of pop-up in there. It looks a little bit more grainy. Whereas this one, textures look a little bit more photorealistic. The polygons and everything else seem to be a little bit more in sight and don't just pop up on you at the last second. So I think they did a good job in the 3D rendering in this game. There's a little bit of pop-up on the mountain there, but not quite as noticeable or as bad as like the first version of Daytona USA. Okay. It feels very smooth. The scrolling feels smooth. The steering and the handling leaves a little bit to be desired on this D-pad, but the actual scrolling through as you're driving through the scenery feels very smooth and very organic. Yeah, I'm doing horrible at this game, by the way. Third time, I'm not doing any better than my first 2 times. Staying in butt last position, crashing like crazy. I don't know if there's anything else I'm supposed to be doing. Like, is there a turbo boost button? I'm holding down gas. None of these other buttons. Okay, the A is brake. B is the only button that seems to make me feel like I'm going anywhere. Okay, that looked like I could slide with the bumpers. I'm going to have to do a little research and see what the buttons are for this game. Seems like B is the only button that resembles acceleration. But I just don't feel like I'm accelerating. I just feel like I'm weighted down. Okay, let me try using my brakes around the corners here. Something I don't like to do in computer games. I like to drive in a virtual world where braking is not necessary at all. Okay, this is cool. Now we're getting into the middle of the city. What I'm not seeing are like checkpoints or anything else like that, you know, so I'm just wondering what makes you lose besides getting hit by the police and not being in first place. Dude. Okay. Okay, I just smacked somebody. You can actually knock them off your bike. Your goal is to knock them off their bike. Not only is it just fun to watch and fun to do, but then obviously they're now having to run back and catch their bike, and you're going to slow down an opponent. Okay, at least I'm staying on the track a little bit longer this time. I would say that the actual street graphics and animation are really good. Okay, so rather than doing a brake, I'm just dropping off the gas every now and then. I'm in 5th place. This is the best position I've ever reached so far in this playthrough. Hopefully I did better back in the day when I was a young gamer. Not an old fart like I am now. I don't remember doing this bad when I was a young gamer. Alright, come on, don't crash, Stevie. Oh, he kicked me. What are the kick buttons? Okay, there's the finish line. I came in 4th. Alright, not bad. Considering how poorly I did on the first 2 attempts, better track, a little bit better idea of what I needed to do. Oh, this is funny though. This is them messing with you. Taking your tailpipe. Kind of the whole theme here is you're kind of doing this underground race, you know. Loser. One of the things they'll do one time is you'll see them actually bolt on training wheels on your bike and things like that. So there are, you are a loser, man. Better luck next time. Player 1, continue. Alright, what am I doing now? I don't know what I'm doing now. But I think what I need to do before YouTube flags me is I need to kill that music right there. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, what game did we just see? We just saw Road Rash for the Sega Saturn. Very cool driving game, a very cool game where you get to beat the crap out of the other people on the road. So I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. I have been the original gamer, Stevie Stroh. Why am I here? Why do I do this? I am here for your entertainment, but at this time, this is the end of line. This is the end of line. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, to subscribe, to throw out a comment, and to share with your friends. I will see you all next time.
That's all, folks.
Peace out, everybody.